You're tuned into The Trap.
Don D and T.Y. Ghost and Raekwon. Big Daddy Kane. 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my
rap house. I got a trampoline trap, my shit jump all night. Boy, I got olds of that fish scale and dumb hard white. Yo, who you know in Carolina got Broadway, yay? The fiends dance for it like they in a Broadway play. Yo, I got plugs over here, I'm plugged over there. Plug, nigga, I'm plugged everywhere. And when Migo come through, ain't no habla English, but he play with them keys and don't use no fingers. I saw Kilo niggas turn into Christinas. When them niggas go to jail, they some real good singers. When I say Tata, I ain't talking about Queens, I'm talking T.Y. Winston, the kid with the fiends. And back when I dig in them Levi jeans, I get cut like a nigga who ain't make the team. A nigga fuck if I don't make the screen, cause I know how to take a pack of hard white and make it green. And motherfucker, I can pay your fee, $50. He'll break in your Lexus and take your screens. While you frontin', I'ma get this cream. Then cop a old school with a rag top and make it lean. Every time I play the strip, I make a scene. If my car keep flip-flopping blue to green, yeah, that's candy, baby. And it's official, I got my shit painted in Miami, baby. Got soldiers that's ready to buck, so I could get you wet like a horny bitch ready to fuck. Or when that gauge you leave a hole in you, Reese cup size. And I'm like Jordan, I be wearing that 4-5. My niggas more live. Yo, come home and find your mother and your kids in the living room hog-tied. And we ain't through yet. We killing everybody in your whole family, nigga, then we getting you wet.
Don D and T.Y. Ghost and Raekwon. Big Daddy Kane. 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house. Don D and T.Y. EPMD. 93 Mob, Jay-Z and 88. In the club 50, new 3,000 locks. I cook a whole brick and let my rap house rock.
Miss LB Management.
What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Trap Out Tuesday right here at eventlevel.com/trap/TV now. You already know I'm Miss LB in the building right here in the trap. We got Ziggy Wisco, we got Miss Greatness, we got Mike Fiore. Shout out to Zenith Star. I'm not sure where he's at tonight. Maybe he'll join us next week. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Tell me, Mike, what's going on with you first?
I'm just enjoying the trap. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I can bitch all the way up till Tuesday. But when Tuesday comes,
listen, I can bitch all the way up to 30 or like 15 seconds before it starts, okay? And then I'm good.
I think it has to do with the opening track. Like, I don't know.
As soon as that beat drop, LB.
Yeah.
That's my boys, Don D and T.Y. out of North Carolina, D Block South with that Trap House intro. We got a few intro tracks, but I like that one in particular. Let's talk about some news. First of all, we had a rock legend die this week, David Bowie. I know Mike has some comments about it. And then I know I sent out a...
Why, because I'm white?
Well, yeah, and you're like toured with like rock bands. That's not why. Because of the girl posting the thing and everything. David Bowie, I've been a fan all my life. When I was very young, of course, he was out there. My brother was listening to him. There were many, many, many hip-hop songs sampled his music that you probably are not aware of. You can Google that. It's out there. Like, I know I read about 33.
He wanted to.
I'll accept that. Anybody else want to comment on the legend David Bowie?
Yeah, I think, listen, David Bowie, I'm not a fan of his. I like some of his music, but I was never this obsessed fan. But what I'm experiencing from his death now is how people are reacting to it online. That's the only thing that's driving me nuts. Like, because like I know like 15 people are like, I'm just heartbroken over David Bowie.
Yeah.
But guess what? I guarantee you none of them even have one of his songs on their iPad or on their phone or anywhere. And so that's all I'm saying is I notice when somebody passes away, people use
Well, they do now.
Yeah, they do that for a different segment. You know what I mean?
To get attention.
Yeah, they download it now after they're gone.
Right,
Skyrocket.
that too.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I grew up in the household, right? My grandma, she from down south, she from Arkansas, and so like it really wasn't white people around. Like the only white people that I really got to experience was like Kenny Bolton, Michael Bolton.
I was going to say, it's Michael.
Kenny G and Michael Bowen in the same day.
That was the black version of Michael.
Hey,
He really don't know white people. I even knew that was wrong. What?
And Phil Collins, stuff like that. So like I got to experience like certain stuff that people just really wouldn't understand.
I mean, I feel you.
Michael Jackson, people don't like. Michael Jackson was cool with all them people. Like he did a lot of those people records and stuff. So I grew up listening to a lot of that old stuff.
Well, you tend to see all the talented people fuck with each other.
I'll say this about David Bowie because nobody knew he had cancer. I mean, nobody.
18 months. It was only 18 months.
Right, and his immediate family. So what he did was he created this whole send-off because he knew he was dying. So he dropped the record last week, okay? And I seen the video about 2 weeks ago. I didn't know he had cancer. And I was like, man, this video is like out there. I'm watching it going, man, David Bowie just gets more bizarre every year. And really now that you knew what he had when he was doing that video and that album, is like he's setting his family up for more money, obviously, and he's doing an artistic thing to leave the world. Like he was a true artist, you know what I mean? So I'll give him props on how he's done that. I'm not a big fan, but he's a very artistic motherfucker. Was.
There you have it, right
That's
there.
right.
And he was the first to dress in drag on stage and not care.
Now,
Yeah.
did anybody that's in here tonight care about watching the Golden Globes? I didn't because I don't watch television, but I did see where Cookie, got her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a TV series. I believe she deserved it absolutely. She's amazing.
Yes, she is.
I'm a big fan of hers. So you guys didn't watch the Golden Globes?
No.
Who?
Cookie from Empire.
Oh, you said Taraji.
Taraji.
Yeah, if you
know Taraji.
But you know damn well when I say Cookie, who it is. And I said Cookie because it's the trap. Because she's so dope for how many years? How long was she in prison? 18 years.
Right.
I had to call her Cookie. Come on now.
Why Tyrese ain't married her yet?
I didn't know they were a thing. Are they, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Are they? Are they, Ziggy?
They've been a couple since the Baby Boy stuff.
Are you sure about that? What about all that? Okay, so why didn't he say anything when she had all that beef with 50 online?
Gee, you can go and look at
that.
She
did that.
When he said what he had to say, she said what she had to say, and you ain't heard no more about it. So, but yeah, they're official. They've been a couple for a long time.
Usually when you don't hear about things because nobody really cares about it.
No, because they don't be. That's why their relationship lasts. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to be all in the public eye. Well, let's get some pictures and let's stunt and woo woo woo. Another
actor who's never in the media all these years is Robert De Niro. He is never in the news like the tabloids, him and his wife. And, he's married to a black lady.
Yeah.
And they have mixed kids. I didn't even know that till like last year. I didn't even know that. So that tells you they stay out of the media.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. If every Italian family across the world, okay, would allow one of their kids, or be cool with one of their kids hooking up with a black chick, they'd all be having black chicks.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the Italians are attracted to black women. That's
Every man is attracted to the black woman.
Especially, no, because a lot of black dudes I hang with, they only date white chicks.
That's because they about bullshit. That's why, because there's the stereotypical thing of if you get you a white woman, she gonna take care of you. You ain't gotta do this, do this. You can fuck our friends and woo 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 and all this.
Who's friends?
Stereotypical.
You can fuck her friend?
Stereotypical.
You damn sure can mine, because I don't give a shit.
So there you go. You get you a sister, she like, hold on, nigga, what you thought this was? I ain't no punk bitch.
I'm still I'm thinking about what Ziggy's saying, and all I can think about right now is the title for this podcast. Cyber's gonna have a ball picking the title out for this one. Honey roasted balls and white chicks who they let fuck their friends. You know.
Okay, check this out, right? Log on to any porno site. Any porno site.
Okay.
Major porno site. X-Hamster, X-Videos, Pornhub.
RedTube.
Go on those sites. Tell me what's the majority of race women you see on the front page.
It's white.
It depends on what kind of site it is.
It's white predominantly. I struggle to find hot black chicks on porn.
So, the projectile to the black man is, go find me a white woman. Now,
you're scared of a white woman, so how you know?
When you find you a woman, you know, because certain people have certain characters, man, and that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you grow up in a certain area, you are a certain type of way. So, Well, let's ask you a question right quick since you said that. You don't know where I grew up or who I grew up around, but what can you, by how you know me, where do you think I grew up and who do you think I was around? When you grow up, okay, you see how you I
want to see how I think of me
how you love black men, right? Right? Yeah. So that means you grew up two type of ways, right? Mm-hmm. Either you grew up in a family where they love black men, or your grandfather or somebody, they hated niggas. so you feel like that ain't right, and people are all equal, or woo woo, or you already grew up with them.
I wanted to rebel if they didn't like him, and if they did.
Thank you.
Well, if I wanted to rebel, if they did like him, then wouldn't I go the opposite way?
No, because that's what it's about. Because it's about equality.
So you think that I grew up two ways?
No. It's only two ways, because see, okay, if you a nigga,
because my family don't hate anybody and don't really love anybody either. Like you know what I'm saying? When you are in a time era where a lot of people is not doing that, then of course the parents are gonna be like, I don't know if you should be doing that. It's not that they hate black people. It's just nobody's doing it, and you're the outcast now anyway. Okay, you're the black sheep already because nobody else is doing that and you're doing it. So that would be a factor, but it's not that I have any...
One thing about women, see, that's one thing about a woman. You see what I'm saying? And see, a woman, her first nature is the protection. So ultimately, she don't care what nobody think or nobody say. You heard me? Because her first rule of engagement is protection, and she gonna protect any race, any color, any form, or any fashion. You know, that's
keep
that's
on
just,
talking. Keep on.
But you know, but race to me, race is getting better every year, I believe, because like I was born in the '60s. Okay, so any white person, I would say 95% of white people that grew up in the 60s, they heard the N-words used in a derogatory way.
Hold on, LB.
Listen, 20 years later, Mike, after that, they were still calling me names.
I'm just saying, it's better now than it's ever been.
No, it's not. That's the fucker. That's the fuckery. I'm finna tell you this. I'm finna answer you this right here.
Go ahead.
How the fuck did you get all these different races then? You
How
wouldn't
the fuck-
have. You wouldn't have a. It's more racist than what people think.
Ziggy, in the end, it's going to be one race.
That's all I'm saying. When I was born in the '60s,
And it's getting there.
where
One race.
Yeah.
where
So
black people weren't even allowed on buses and restaurants.
Right there, it's got better. No, it's gotten worse.
And it's going to have black
Well,
in
how
it
it got worse is
because
black on black is how it got worse.
The minority.
Not white on black.
it's going to have black in it. It's
Thank
going to be one race.
It has to have black energy.
Has to.
Black.
You can't have a black. I mean, you can't have.
What's the cutest thing to a white woman? The most beautiful thing to a white woman is a little black baby. Why you think Angelina Jolie got like 8 of them?
I mean, that's not the cutest thing to me. Mine really didn't look
gonna
like black
say
babies.
that. Money.
Mine have got black in them, and they don't even look like black babies. So, what?
That little girl, that.
I want to keep hearing Ziggy talk about this.
I do too.
Man, because wait, let's just put this out there first, though.
I think I'm
He's
racist,
still-
man, and I ain't racist.
Do what now?
Let's just put this out there first. He lives in Wisconsin.
Right.
It's a lot of white people or a lot of black. But which one is it? I
That's
don't
all
know.
I'm saying.
In Wisconsin, it's a lot of everything.
Really.
There's multicultural here. You know, UW was a big college, man. Like they real big on bringing anybody that's foreign or any nationality here, giving them homes and any of that. If you ain't black.
Ziggy, you're saying it's worse, though. You're saying it's worse now than it was in the '60s, and you're nuts. There's
It's gonna
no way.
there's gonna be one race, okay, and it's gonna have black in it, and y'all know why? Because, I mean, you see, when black people, like black guys and Asian women, the baby gonna be black. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
This
Black
check
and the
this
white
out.
way is gonna have black in it, so it's gonna be black. Everybody.
You are what your
Check-
father is.
Check this out, right? If you mix a nigga with a European, right? I'm keeping it real. If you
European.
if you mix a nigga with a European, you come out with something like Latin, like Dominican or Roman or something of that nature. Okay, if you mix a nigga with an Asian, then you gonna come out with like a Thailand type of people. You know what I'm saying? A Cambodian type.
Asian.
Chinese. I'm sorry, Chinese. If you mix a
said
nigga,
fucking Asian.
I'm sorry. If you mix a nigga, African nigga with a Chinese person, you gonna come out with some shit like a Thailand person. Gee, all you gotta do is look this shit up, and they show you origins, and they show you like this West African person mixed with this European person, and then they created this race of people.
I'm just hoping Cyber won't make the podcast with the N word as many times as Ziggy says it. You feel me?
Yes. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Trap.
I'm sorry.
We're in the trap at ventlevel.com. We're having a discussion about race. I don't know how it got to this point. What were we talking about anyway to start this? I will tell you, I want to change the subject just a little bit. We've got 2 men in here with us, and then Men Greatness. When it comes to your kids, you'll do a lot. I mean, you will lay down your life for your kid. If you have kids, you know that you would. Most of you would anyway. Brooklyn, I know everybody, the big news is the gang rape out at the park in Brooklyn. Now, what happened was 5 young men, teenage men, like 14 to 17, I think, right, Ziggy? They pulled out a gun on a dad and his daughter. She was 18, though, and told him basically, leave. You know, like held the gun on him, told him to leave, get out the park, like basically leave her there with them. And he did. I mean, he had to leave, and they gang raped her, all 5 of them. Now, 2 of these teenagers, they showed a surveillance video at a bodega down the street or something, and the grandma or one of the moms or grandma, I think, saw them and turned 2 of them in, and then they found 2 other ones, and they're still looking for the other guy. But my question to you guys would be, would it be smarter to leave and run, call the police, or knowing you got to leave her though, or probably get killed trying to save her. She wouldn't have a daddy and still be gang raped.
But what's smarter don't necessarily mean what you're going to do. Those are two different things.
Okay, then.
The world got two type of men in it. So you gotta be able to be a certain type of man and be able to accept whatever constructive criticism or feedback that you get back from the other side. That's how that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what would you have done?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Now this coming from a father's perspective. I'm not sitting in no motherfucking park with my daughter drinking.
He was drinking, by the way, I didn't mention that.
Yeah. So I'm going to alleviate that type of situation.
But if you're confronted, what are you going to do? The little guys have the gun. What are you going to do?
You heard what I said? See, I'm not going to put us in that type of situation.
But
I'm not
if you were, let's just say...
I can't answer that.
Okay, skip Ziggy. Mike, what would you do?
I mean, like I said, there's the smart side and there's the dumb side. The smart side is, probably would be the smartest thing to do is run as fast as you can to get the police. So you stand a chance of catching these people.
Now, he did run to the store.
Me personally,
I understand what he was saying because he was drunk.
But me personally, I would have died on the spot, personally. That's just the way my mind works. It don't work any other way.
Greatness.
If I was able to think about it, maybe, I don't know.
Greatness, what would you have done if you were a man and that was your daughter?
Well, I can't say if I was a man, I can't imagine being a man. But I can honestly say my father, he wouldn't have left me at all. I mean, a gun, it's just like, I know my daddy wouldn't have left me. So,
come on, Greatness. Now,
as a parent, you're not going to want to leave your child in any harm. Let alone, I mean, this is going to have to be me and you and the gun and the bullet or whatever, Have to go down and
let me tell you something. I've been in a situation where there was nothing I could do but stand there and watch my child get hurt. There was nothing I could do because there were guns. And
see, that's a whole different situation.
But I'm just saying, there's nothing you can do. What you going to do?
That's different, LB.
Get shot? What you going to do? Both of you get shot?
That's different, LB. And see, this is what I'm saying. That's why I was just going to say greatness. Now, see, you can't even answer that question. And like I just said, see, you shouldn't even answer that because the first thing that comes to your mind, because it's common sense, my daddy wouldn't have put me in that situation. Right. So how could I answer that?
So, because he had something to drink and they were at a park, it's his fault? I mean, what if they were walking to the store?
Yeah. How come it ain't his motherfucker?
What if they were walking to the store?
It's his whole 1,000% fault because you her motherfucking parent and you got her at the motherfucking park drinking some motherfucking beers.
What if they were just walking to the store to get some groceries?
Were they in Central Park?
Fool.
Why are we talking? Why are we talking about the kids who actually did this? Instead of the parent and the girl who happened
now, there ain't nothing to say about them, but they are...
When you in a gang, I'm going to tell you something. When you in a gang, see, they teach you literature. They teach you literature. There are rules. There are guidelines. See, one of the things that in a gang that I associate with is called undue heat. And that's what he brought upon himself, undue heat. Because he should not have had his child in no fucking park drinking no beer. Especially in a neighborhood where he know that this type of shit be going down. If he was in a certain area, in this certain area, they getting drunk, this a neighborhood where they do this type of shit. So they know this goofy type of shit go on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, especially in New York, more than any other place, everyone knows what happens in every neighborhood in New York.
So you mean to tell me that drinking is so motherfucking important that you gonna carry up? Come on, man.
What if he wasn't drinking? They were just at the park together.
LB, didn't you just say the man was drunk?
What if he wasn't? What if you're just walking to the fucking store or sitting at the park with your kid and that shit happens?
It could. I mean, listen.
What if he was high on weed? Same fucking. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I had an argument today with the district attorney. You know, with a district attorney who's a friend of mine. Okay, and I was telling him, man, because like he's all about gun control and all this and all that, right? I said, look, that's just crazy to me because you could change all the laws you want. Criminals aren't going to get licenses in this. They get their guns their own way. The murderers, right? But I know this. Weed has been illegal my entire life, okay? I never had a problem finding it. I never had a problem smoking it. But it's against the law. People who want to do things are going to do things. That's just that.
Right.
You're going to take away, what they're trying to do is take away, you know, make it harder for the people who are law-abiding citizens who actually know what they're doing with guns. They're making it tougher for them. So when it actually does happen, they're fucked.
Yeah, that's all.
I want to switch it up a little bit and go back to politics just a little. I'm going to let Ziggy get his 2 cents in on this, okay? Because he's all about some politics tonight, okay? I did see where Donald Trump was in South Carolina over the past couple of days. He had a rally in South Carolina. Now, there was a Muslim lady with a T-shirt on that said, "I come in peace." He starts raging, screaming at her. The police escorted her out of his rally.
But I'm gonna tell you something, man. See, this the fuck. This the fuckery. Cause this some real shit. This some real shit. Do you honestly think that woman was Muslim? Do you think that was well, I'm gonna tell you
like it to me.
Oh, see, there go perception.
Okay, that's true, but she's writing in a Muslim language or whatever, and then she did that to prove a fucking point, I guess.
It's like church. It's like church, right? Remember when they first used to have church and people, the pastor used to heal you? He had the fuckery. It was the trick. He had the person wheel in with the wheelchair, and then he touch him. Bam! You've been baptized in the name of.
Do that at my church.
He get up and he get the percolating and he get the foot working across the floor. It's fucking.
I think she was really Muslim and that she was proving a point just to make, you know.
But that's a horrible point. That's a big point.
I know.
The point is though, because check this out. Let's just say if she was truly there in peace, she wouldn't have worn the fucking shirt to begin with. Because you could be at a football game. If you're at Buffalo Bill or New York Giants football game, right? And someone from the Dallas Cowboys fan comes walking in with a cowboy shit on and start talking shit, they're gonna boo that motherfucker.
Yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Thank you.
She shouldn't have been there. She should have if she was there in peace, shut your mouth.
It's called art of war, man. Y'all need to read these laws of power, man. And understand this shit, man. Because if you coming to strike or you coming to do your homework, you're not standing out like no motherfucker so thumb.
That's right. That's right. Mm-mm. Who knows? Donald might even put her there himself.
That's what shit all about, man.
What do you guys think there are the odds that he will be president one day?
I hope not.
I think 100.
Yeah, I'm with Mike, man, because...
What'd he say?
100, he's going to be the president, I think, because even though Cyber will argue with me, or not argue with me, but he just tells me he believes that Hillary is going to be the next president no matter what. And I disagree. I think that people that have been voting normally and doing politics normally all these years, it's now different with Donald Trump because, and I'm not saying I like him, I'm just saying he doesn't give a fuck what other people think, okay? Where all these other leaders, they're getting bought out by money. They got to be careful what they say. Even if they feel it, they got to keep their mouth shut. That's why he's stirring it up. And I think he's going to get people that normally don't vote ever, and it's a lot of Republicans, he's going to get those guys to vote for him. That's why.
I hope not.
What do we as a people own electronically?
Everything.
No, we don't. Not as a people. Ain't no publicly traded electronically companies really. Not no big ones.
How do you figure, Ziggy?
The big electronic companies?
Yeah.
They publicly traded. So people, what I'm getting at is, gee, they got elections. That shit is electronically. It don't matter who the fuck vote. G, if you own an electronic system, G, you got the power to cast and do what the fuck you want to do.
He's saying that
That's, no matter what, it's gonna be.
it's going to be one, whatever way it's they
Make the
pay to
election.
get.
What satellites we on? We can't control nothing.
Listen, I went to a stag party where they had a big raffle, right? And you put your numbers of the tickets, the winning ticket, tickets. You get half it. You put the other ticket in the bucket, right? And
50-50.
I watched a guy, and it was for a Harley Davidson, this raffle, right? Brand new Harley Davidson. That motherfucker, before he dipped his hand in that bucket to pick the number, he had the winning ticket taped to his fucking thumb. Like, people been cheating shit like that for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get back into some hip hop. Now, I did read this week where 3 people are going to come together and they're going to do an album. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. It's Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and Lil Wayne.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yes.
Now, I'm a fucking big fan of all 3. You can say, call me what you want to, whatever you want to do.
Me too. I
But
love
this could be, it could make people like Wayne again.
it. Could either be really good or it could be really
or hate
bad.
him more.
No, it's never going to be really bad with Manny Fresh. It's never going to be really bad. And Juvie will lace it, and so
That's
will
what I
Wayne.
said. It's either
Juvie
gonna
and
be
Wayne will both
bad
lace whatever
or
Manny does.
There's
Hot boys.
man, me and my people, man, I could talk about this shit because I did time for this shit. You heard me.
For being
Gee.
a hot boy.
What? Boy, we used to be at the table, bandanaed up, soldiered up,
Yes.
boy, it up.
400
Gee.
degrees.
I'm talking about my partner now, he might be off that.
I'm going
He
to be
might-
tugging behind a project.
Gee, my partner might be sitting next to me. He might be getting loaded off that candy. You know what I'm saying? My other partner, he might be next to me loading around. My other partner, he over there shaking it up. Man.
Now back to the album, Ziggy.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was
going
all
down.
about. That's what it was like, that 400 degree. See, I used to listen to this shit back when Juvie had Soldier Rags, back when BG had What You Want to Do, all on you, Volume 1, Volume 2, Chopper City, Volume 1, Volume. I used to listen to 226 The Click. Like, this how far that shit go back.
Right.
So if you listen to them niggas and that shit, you have to go way back. And Manny Fresh, that's that nigga.
If Manny Fresh does what Manny Fresh does, and you got to know that he's going to make it,
Right.
up to date too. You know what I'm saying, with these hip hop times, but they're going to lace it. I would like to hear it. So I will get that.
I mean, it's like a heavyweight fight. Everyone's waiting to see the fight, and everyone's got their odds. They want to see the favorite win. But then you got that other group of people want to see the favorite get his ass kicked. So Wayne has that both sides going for him.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. It's not gonna be that classic that we looking for, and the only reason why is because we missing the other 2, Turk and Jeezy.
They had to think of that too, though. I bet you they had to think about that at some point.
Whichever way it goes, I'm gonna see what I hear, because it's gonna be,
Hey, check this out. I guarantee you, people didn't even know this shit right here. Name an artist that went platinum and didn't without cussing.
Michael Peace.
Lil Wayne. The Block is Hot.
Yeah.
I'm
That was a
thinking,
lot.
yeah.
Like,
Manny mad at me cause I beat his beat up. He said these boys looking like they starting to smell like feet up, so I catch them with their feet up. Look, I'm G'd up from the feet up.
yeah.
Hey,
Now
that's my dog.
we got to give a shout out to my girl Kayla Blue out there in Las Vegas.
Hey, Taylor girl.
It's like 7:30 there, so it's another
Yes.
time. She's singing the national anthem tonight at the big basketball game, the Running Rebels versus Lobos. So a big shout out to her and BLV Music Group. I was gonna rock my BLV gear tonight, but my hair didn't go with the Everything just wasn't fit together, but I got you, Stephanie.
I was gonna rock mine, but I didn't get it, so I can't rock it.
You're gonna get yours. I just talked to her last night. You're gonna get yours, the swag bag, or I forget how they.
Next week.
Swag sack.
Cool. I wore it.
Now, y'all know a few months back, I told y'all I was going to see Keith Murray and Redman in Charlotte. Keith Murray didn't show up. It was a whole fuckery, okay? They didn't have the show. They canceled it, had to give people their tickets back, money back. Now, I just got a message from Mr. Cream on Twitter today. He said, LB, here's a new flyer. It's going to be Keith Murray, Redman, and Method Man, February 25th at Amos' South End in Charlotte. Now, I know why that it's going to really go down this time. See, they needed to put Method Man on that bill to get that crowd.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Hey, I'm ready for backstage. Me and my homegirl Crystal is going to go out there. That's at February 25th, Amos' South End. That's a great big venue. It's a great venue. I saw Wu-Tang Clan there. It's crazy. So I'm going to go to that. This Friday, you can go out to Gary, Indiana, to the Loft Ultra Lounge. Butter the Great will be. Butter the Great, Realty TV, Joe Rodeo, DJ K. Caesar, they're all going to be out there. The show's starring Butter the Great, so go out there and check him out. We got a lot of crazy things coming from him and Nephew and Cuzzo and Ziggy. And Ziggy, go ahead and tell them. Ziggy's about to drop a new single for you guys. It's called Guapo, so be on the lookout for that. Yes, he's going to drop that. We heard it on a live show, so y'all have already heard it, but we're going to put that out there soon.
And the remix cooking.
You said I talk too much.
I ain't say who though.
We're not going to tell you who's on the remix, but it's already in the works.
But at the end of the day, though, that's why we do the show, man. I mean, the love we have of supporting independent artists is ridiculous, and the dedication towards it is ridiculous.
Now, with that being said, I need to shout out my boy C Now, Detroit Flex, Detroit 6, Timeless Music out there in Detroit, BLB Music Group, Sajin, motherfucking Mayhem, Tyler, It's BM Radio, shout out to him, shout out to Ryan King, who was tuned in tonight. Now, Ziggy, I told you would have a little segment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have your little segment. You got 3 minutes. Let's have your segment. Because I told him, I said, Ziggy, you got a lot of news. I said, but I want to know the most important thing in your news tonight that you want to speak on.
First and foremost, I wanted to say, why you nuts?
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. Your mic went out.
I said, first and foremost, I wanted to say, why you didn't shout out these nuts?
It goes down in the trap, just like the DM. It goes down in the trap. Continue,
Okay,
Mr. Wisco.
Okay. Well, it seems like in Atlanta, they're going to have their first GLBT school called Pride School.
Where's this?
Atlanta.
GLT?
GLBT.
What's that mean?
Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual.
Is it fucking high school or what is it? All school? Or?
K-12.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, how the fuck
This
do you
is
know?
the article.
Hold on.
This is the article by Dr. Susan Berry.
Well,
It
Dr.
was published
Susan
on
Berry.
January the 8th, 2016.
Dr. Susan Berry, whoever the fuck her name is, if she's listening, you need to wake the fuck up because you don't know if a fucking kindergartner's gay or not.
Hey, Tuh, you not finna do that to my kid.
How you know if a kindergartner's gay? You just look at him and say, yeah, he gonna be gay. Let's put him up in the gay school.
You know how you tell if a kindergartner's gay?
Oh, God.
You smell his finger, and if it smells like shit.
God help me, Jesus.
Yeah. And he wonder why he don't get no black. I mean,
So how would you tell if a girl kindergartner's gay,
Dang.
Mike? Smell her finger. What's it smell
Smell her
like?
finger. What does it smell like?
Dude, kindergartners aren't thinking about that. Okay, so for them to have kindergarten, I don't even think they should have one, period, a separate school for gay people. I mean, you're different, of course, if you're gay, but you're just going to have to learn to deal with it. I mean, I'm not going to...
And deal with society and everybody else that's not like you. And then by secluding those children, it's going to turn them into, like, sideshows or something.
Gee, people don't get the understanding that gay is a choice.
Yeah, it is. Now Zenov Star argues with me. He says people are born that way, and I don't believe that.
I'm gonna tell you why he feel like this. Because you can genetically tamper with hormones, G.
That's true.
You can genetically tamper with hormones and make a kid like that before they come out. You understand me? So that's
Zach Mount would say it's what you eat that turns you that way.
It is. It's the hormones and the food, and
I'm just saying I don't think people's born that way. I think it is a choice.
Yeah. A lot of times it's the choice.
Well, I mean, if that's your choice, that's your choice. That's fine. Do what you do. But there ain't going to be, I don't think there should be a kindergarten through not even, I don't even know if they know who they are in 12th grade. I'm not sure because I'm not like that, but I don't know.
The more you promote it, the more they become it. That's all I know.
Well, I mean, that's fine too because it's going to be that way. There's going to be people that are gay. That's fine. But I just don't think there should be a school for it. What do you teach? How to be gay?
Maybe a private school, but not a public school. If you want to do shit in your private school, do what you want to do.
Would all the teachers be gay too?
Probably. And don't you have to?
How could you have a person who's not gay teach? I don't know. I don't think the school is teaching you how to be gay. It's for the gay people to go to so they don't get harassed and they don't get looked at crazy. And I'm not saying they don't deserve to have somewhere like that, but in reality, deal with it like we said with society because you're going to, outside of school, have to deal with it in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he used to say an apple a day helps keep the doctor away, but all the pesticides and apples is bringing out the doctor closer.
I'm going to say this right here, right? Because a lot of people don't know this and they got a lot of shit misconstrued, right?
Right.
You cannot take a check from somebody that's GLBT and then go on a rant about what you've seen and this and this and that, and then try to call them Illuminati or Satanism.
Right.
People. Like, that's what keep up a lot of bullshit.
They're no different than everybody else except they choose to be with
who they
same
be.
Sex.
Man, G.
I mean, they're not different in their, I mean, what the fuck they eat or how they drive a car or how they fucking shoot a gun. They're no different. I mean, everybody, it's the same. It's just you choose to be with.
I'm going to tell you like this. If I was a GLBT type of person and you took my money and then you did something to try to hurt me and destroy me, I'll kill your goof ass too. Because this is what people do in the hood. In the hood, run off with the dope dealer pack. When Plies say ran off on the plug twice, yeah, alright.
I don't believe
run off on the plug if your ass want to. You gonna get your ass whacked, your mama them whacked, all that type of shit.
Yeah, but you also have a choice though. If you don't like that school, then don't let your kids go to that school.
Plain and simple.
But then also we have, I know a while back we were talking about schools, public schools everywhere getting ready to maybe, or some of the states were going to have classes that dealt with teaching about gender and transsexual stuff like that. So, I mean, don't push it on people. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you do.
Should they leave that up to the parents who bring their kids to the school? Like, take a vote. Like, you cool? We talk about this. And if they all say no, then why would you do it?
Nobody's gonna be down with that. Nobody's gonna be down with that.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's good that they building schools for kids with those special type of things or whatever's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got gay family members, G.
Right.
So do I.
I got transgender family members.
I don't
you heard me.
Yeah. I don't have that.
So what the fuck I look like? Talking about some fuck this and fuck that and woo 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 this and woo woo that. Gee, you know how my people would look at me, boy?
You're right. It's your family.
Right. Because they family. You're going to accept family because family is family. You can't pick your family.
That's right.
What the fuck, man? People have a lot of shit, man, all fucked up, man. They all haywire, man, because people can't think for their motherfucking selves.
Right.
Right.
Now,
That's fine, Ziggy.
Miss Greatness, now I know that you probably had a question for us tonight before we get up out of here.
Well, actually, Ziggy, come on back, Ziggy.
He'll be back. I think he went to get a lighter or something.
My question, we kind of briefly talked about it earlier. I wanted to know, to you guys, have you ever been given a bath?
You want me to go first?
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait till Ziggy comes back. But she's saying, if you couldn't hear clearly, she's asking us, Ziggy, she's asking us, have we ever had somebody give us a bath?
Other than your parents. Like
Mike?
a female.
Yeah.
Mike, you go first.
I can say this because when she first asked me earlier, I laughed. I was like, hell no. Like, but then I thought about it. I'm just gonna come out with it, okay? I'm just gonna come out with it. There was this female in New York City when I was living there, right? And she was a lost soul. She was beautiful, lost soul, but she was a hooker, okay? And I never slept with her, but we would go in the bath. We would take a bath together, and we would just rub each other to the point of, So yes,
You were in the bath with a hooker.
and every time I was, and this wasn't just once. It was like 3 or 4 times. We would just get in the bathtub.
That was your thing.
That was our thing.
So how much she charge you for that?
Nothing. It was free.
Mike lying like a motherfucker.
It was free.
If you go to a porno site, that's called erotic fetishes.
We met in a bar. We met in a bar, and we started talking, and she told me what she did, and I told her what I did, and it just worked out that way.
Now, it's been pretty much, a bath. Okay, I've been in the shower last year with somebody, but a bath, it's been a long time, so maybe I need to get me one from somebody soon. If you have, I guess if you're out there want to give me a bath, holla at me, and we'll see, take some applications.
Here you go.
Who wants to give me a bath?
LB, I'm waving my hand.
Who's going to wash me? I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my camera.
I'd take it.
Anybody want to wash me? Z's being quiet.
She's going to smell like a dog when she's all wet.
Exactly.
No. She ain't cut from that cloth, though. See? This is what it's about, man. It's about being cut from certain cloths, man. See, Mike, you got to understand that shit, G.
Now, Ziggy, when's the last time somebody gave you a bath?
Shorty be trying to do that shit all the time. And I be stopping it. You know what I'm saying?
He's too gangster for that.
No, it ain't that. Because what if something happened to me? What if something happened to me, right?
Because it's set up to drown you?
Her life got to go on, right? She might get a nigga that's way worse than I am. So if she don't understand to learn and keep and respect for certain little things, she'll be blind because I'm gone and her heart hurt to let her take advantage of.
So you're saying exactly that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, dude.
No, it doesn't. Are you saying that's soft? Or what?
No, I didn't say that.
What is
yes
it?
or no?
What? Yeah.
As long as somebody gives you a bath.
Shorty hits me, but that's life. Life has to be
So
different.
you're saying, I'm not going to let you do this to me because
all the
something
time
happens to me.
All the time.
We didn't say all the time. We said, when's the last time somebody gave you a bath?
Well, she do that shit all the time, man. Well,
before tonight's show.
So I can't keep counting and be talking about the last time she do that shit so much. You know what I'm saying? Like she does it a lot, G. So it's like it's hard to keep up what date. Where was the date?
Just let you guys know that Ziggy's clean all over.
All up in here, all up and through here.
Everywhere.
It doesn't happen to me, but I wouldn't mind if it did either. At the same point, I'm not saying that.
You know how to get your dick sucked more often from your lady? Keep your balls. Get your dick sucked more often from your lady.
Now that was my question to Greatness, because
Give her $10.
you guys can't answer this question. Greatness, have you ever, been in a situation where you were getting ready to rock the mic and their stuff, either balls or dick, smelled funny?
No. Honestly,
You ain't never had nobody to finish basketball and stop by.
I'm kind of picky with stuff mic check. So, got to do the little wipe down.
We all got it, man. Everyone's got the check.
I mean, being a girl or a gay man, I guess, you have to.
What's your check, LB? How do you do your check?
Shit.
Mic check.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
The check before the check. I'm gonna have to look at it, smell it, feel it. If it's rough or no.
If she can't suck this motherfucker sweaty, and musty when I just came from making these dollars, big, fuck you.
That's your man though, and you know that's your man though, and you know probably where he's been. I'm talking about your average. You just get rid of
random.
See, I got it. My check is what I do for my check, because we all got a check. I'll play around with it with my hand downstairs, and then I'll bring my hand back up and I'll put both my hands around her boob and I'll start licking, but I'm really smelling my finger. That's how I do it.
That's why your pussy level way like that.
Listen, thank you guys for watching. We've got to wrap it up now. On that note, we're going to end on that note, and we're going to
wait. That was a good note.
We're going to pick that back up next time. That's way too much. Way too much.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here tonight.
But let's give shout outs first.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that tunes in and supports us all these years. Shout out to all my artists. Shout out to everybody that I know. Go ahead, Mike.
The shout out I'm going to give this week is a shout out for Miss LB, right? I know she hates this part.
Here we go.
But listen, just last week alone, okay? Last week, in 1 week's time, 86,292 impressions last week on Twitter, okay? Now, over the last 28 days, 326,000. Do you fucking understand what that means, people?
Reading my analytics.
I'm just saying. Do you understand what that fucking means? That's huge. So, because we're always out here.
Mike. That's why you get no pussy, G.
Why?
A little too hard.
I'm trying hard. I ain't trying nothing. I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
I'm just playing.
Mike toots. He likes to toot my horn.
No, because we talk about all these famous people all the time, right? But at the end of the day, that ain't what keeps this business going. That's all I'm saying. It's the guys underneath that keep shit going. Because I guarantee you can't find me one motherfucker that has done what you've done on Twitter.
We all working over here, okay?
That's all I'm saying.
We all working. Greatness, give your shout out to Missy.
Oh yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to the whole Mitten. We got tons of snow. So shout out to the Mitten, Michigan, 313 Detroit Flex, doing your thing out there in the 517.
Yes, Ziggy Wisco.
I want to shout out these nuts in your bitch mouth.
And on that note, Trap out Tuesday. You want to go ahead and give it the real one? Or you want to give it back to those nuts?
Nah, man.
Give it flies for running off with the, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he got to deal with his plug, not me. Hey, man, shout out to everybody bumping my music, man. Everywhere, worldwide.
See,
you know what I'm talking about?
Ziggy's a great person. He's thanking you guys. All those sales he's got over there. Thank you. That's
so
right.
Professional.
He's very humble, but he's out there. We're going to get up out of here tonight.
He's got to go take a bath.
He's got to go get a bath. He's got to go get a bath. Okay? And like I said, if anybody wants to give me one, just holler at me because there's nobody over here to give me one. We'll see y'all next time. Trapped Out Tuesday, eventlevel.com.
Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, I hold on, need no green. No shit. I know these niggas mad, the boy ironclad, but you need to get glad like a bitch with no dad. It's easy. You know I'm the man, seen you on the cam with my fam, so bitch don't tease me. Thick bitch in my lap, hit her from the back, bitch said my name 2 times like Jeezy. Breast in my face, let me get a taste. Left nipple, right nipple, no bikini. Took off her clothes, told me suck her toes. I said, whoa, bitch, I ain't that freaky. Get up in the sheets and a nigga eat, but the pussy sweet, man, sweet like kiwis. Before we sex, get a real red, screaming like Tourette's, and now she creaming. Put it down the throat till she croaks, slicker than a boat sound, macaroni and cheese. I know these niggas mad, the boy ironclad, but you need to get glad like a bitch with no dad. It's easy. You know I'm the man, seen you on the cam with my fam, so bitch don't tease me. Thick bitch in my lap, hit her from the back, bitch said my name 2 times like Jeezy. Breast in my face, let me get a taste. Left nipple, right nipple, no bikini. Took off her clothes, told me suck her toes. Said, whoa, bitch, I ain't that freaky. Get up in the sheets and a nigga eat. At the pussy sweet, man, sweet like kiwis. Before we sex, get a real wet, screaming like Tourette's, and now she creamed it. Put it down her throat till she croaks, slicker than a boat sound, macaroni and cheese. I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no room. Nope, she don't need, she not my daughter. Nope, she don't need, but I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no room. Nope, she don't need, she not my daughter. Nope, she don't need. Rolling through the city with the homies getting faded. 80 proof from 40 ounce, man, I'm so sedated. The way I do this life, make another nigga hate it. She wasn't feeling me, she just thought a nigga made it. So we made it till she figured out I was just aspiring. Now I feel my time with her quickly expiring. She accustomed to the finer things, and I won't buy her things. Don't trip, strip club is still hiring. Rolling through the city with my homies getting faded. 80 proof from 40 ounce, man, I'm so sedated. The way I do this life, make another nigga hate it. And she wasn't feeling me, she just thought a nigga made it. So we made it till she figured out I was just aspiring. Now I feel my time with her quickly expiring. She accustomed to the finer things, and I won't buy her things. Don't trip, strip club is still hiring. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Shorty ain't my daughter, I'm a father though. I'm a father though. Automatic going, man, now hold on, need no room. Nope, she don't need, she not my daughter. Nope, she don't need, but I'm a father though. I'm a father though. I'm a father though. I'm a father though. I'm a father though.
Indie Republic. We are indie.